And there is no lobby right now, just myself. Oh, I might will mess with the ship. See what I can get. Yeah, I'll try my luck with the airship. There's no players really right now, but wow. This looks realistic though, how it's... Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. So this is where I switch guns. I only used this a C-class airship once. And that must be the top. Yeah. Nice design. Well, this airship already existed, but let's see. Let's see, can I call in an artillery strike? Ah, crap. I didn't want to switch again. Okay. So, I don't know if anybody's watching this, but I'm just gonna be here a few minutes. Have to work today earlier, unfortunately. And then tomorrow, let's see. Oh, okay, there we go. That's the third person perspective. What's the one for beeping? Ah, crap. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Okay. Okay, that's for moving forward, and the other one is for moving backwards. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I see. So L1 or L2 is for reverse, R2 is for forward, L1 is for... That's, but this is only for third person perspective, right? Yeah. Yeah. Ha, nice. Let's try this. Oh wait, that's not gonna work here. Let's see. Okay, better go look for a live server. There's no point in hanging out on an empty one.
Italy had been an ally of Germany and Austria-Hungary before the war, but when it broke out in 1914,
I was just curious about this.
The alliance was only a defensive one, and Italy had no obligation to join an offensive war. However, 1 year later, Italy joined the war siding with the Allies, hoping to reclaim lost Italian lands that were now part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. The Italian front was characterized by mountains. The amount of soldiers wounded compared to killed was far greater there than other fronts, because stray bullets would splinter the rock into deadly projectiles that were particularly dangerous to eyes and faces. The war had its origins in Europe, but while there was a lot of fighting within that continent, it was a global conflict from the beginning. At the start of the war, the Japanese Empire was already locking horns with Germany and China and the Pacific Islands. And when the Ottoman Empire, which stretched from the Balkans to the Persian Gulf, joined in late 1914, it truly became a world war. There were naval battles in the South Pacific and South Atlantic. Soldiers from every continent except Antarctica would fight. There were fronts in Persia, Mesopotamia, Libya, even the borders of India, and fighting all over Africa as European colonies changed hands. Towards the end of the war, the United States and Brazil would also join in the fighting. It was the first truly global war and the largest in history at the time. As the most multicultural of all the great empires, Austria-Hungary had 15 different language versions of its national anthem. While its internal workings, that often valued heritage over ability, left it somewhat in a state of decay by 1914, the empire still dreamed of expanding its influence throughout the Balkans and perhaps one day all the way to Persia. In 1908, Austria-Hungary had annexed Bosnia, making Serbia the next in line, and if Serbia fell, Russia would lose all influence in the Balkan region. By 1910, the United States had become the world's leading industrial power. Though they remained neutral for the first few years of the war, American industry and finance played a major role. Initially, American reaction to the war was mixed. While the greatest number of immigrants in the States were from Britain, including Ireland, Germans were second, and there was sympathy for both sides. However, when the war began, Britain cut Germany's transatlantic cable, so all American reports of the war were routed through Britain, and only what was favorable passed the censors. Also, events like the sinking of the ocean liner Lusitania and the execution of Edith Cavell inflamed the American public, and the war with Germany soon loomed large. In 1914, a quarter of the world was controlled by the British Empire, and the colonies were secured by Britain's supreme naval power. At the time, the British Army was quite small compared to the other European powers, but it was the only fully professional regular army in Europe, and the soldiers were highly efficient despite their small numbers. Fearing the expansion of German influence, Britain guaranteed Belgium's neutrality, meaning that an attack on Belgium was an attack on Britain, and all the corners of the global empire would join the fight. Although the 600-year-old Ottoman Empire was huge, stretching from the Balkans to the Persian Gulf, it was in decay and had lost wars to both Italy and a Balkan alliance in the years preceding the First World War. However, the Ottoman Empire would still prove to be a formidable opponent, with the Young Turks movement and the institution of the constitutional government having paved the way for modernization in all aspects of life, including the military. Minister of War Enver Pasha, one of the three Pashas who basically ran the empire during the war, dreamed of a modern Turkish nation that did not look to the Arab world for guidance, but looked to itself. His dream would one day come true, but he would not live to see it. Germany, and especially Kaiser Wilhelm II, dreamed of a greater colonial empire and a greater German hegemony in the concert of Europe. A big concern for Germany was the expansion of the Russian railway system. In 1914, German Chancellor von Bethmann-Hollweg stated that within 3 years, Russia would be able to mobilize troops so quickly that the German advantage in technology would not be able to overcome the Russian advantage in manpower. To win the war, they had to act quickly. What Germany feared was a war on 2 fronts, so their battle plan was to defeat France and then focus the entire German military might on the Russian Empire.
And maybe that was their biggest mistake. I don't know why the German Empire back then thought that France would be easy to beat, and then they could focus on Russia. I think it actually turned out to be the other way. France put a much bigger resistance, even though they fought the war entirely on their own territory. And Russia, or the Russian Empire, disappeared by 1917 because of the revolution. Begin to think that Germany miscalculated that, the German Empire from back then. Had they attacked Russia first, and along with the Austro-Hungarian Empire, they could have probably beaten Russia back then. Then they could concentrate back to the west on against British, French, and probably Italian forces as well. And who knows? Maybe the U.S. would have joined in sooner, or maybe not join at all. Who knows? I'll try to get a server. If I can't get any game within 10 minutes, I'm done. Besides, I have to work early today, so I don't really feel like going, but gotta pay my bills as well. Oh, nothing? Okay, guess I'll try team, no, not team deathmatch, domination. Well, that was fast. Let's see, Jeremy was a pigeon that flew a message. Oh, that's a good story. It's a true story, but sad. Sad ending, that is. Nice. We got a game going. Nice.
Verteidigt das Ziel!
We have taken objective
Granate ist
apples.
raus! Kämpfe weiter!
Los Galacticos? Spanish one or American, Mexican? I don't know.
We have taken objective butter.
Munition, greif zu! Hier ist eine Granate! Hat jemand Munition bestellt?
We have lost objective Charlie. We have taken objective apples.
Hier, Munition!
We control all objectives.
Might go to assault instead. LMGs is not doing it for me in this lobby. Let's see, medic, assault, shotgun. Yeah, this is a nice shotgun. Yeah.
Halfway there, we have the upper hand. We have lost objective Charlie.
Erobert das...
We have lost objective butter.
Ich werfe eine Granate! Verbindlichsten Dank.
We have taken objective Charlie.
Yeah, definitely a lot of Japanese players in the... Wait, am I in a Japanese server or is it a US West server? No, let me check. I might be in a Japanese... No, US West. We just happen to have a lot of Japanese players. I think it's difficult right now. Let's see, it's nearly 9 a.m. here, and it's 16 hours ahead in Japan, so that means 9 to 9, 12 hours at 9 p.m.
We control all
Plus another
objectives.
4 hours. So it's close to 1 a.m. Saturday? Yeah, Saturday 1 a.m. in Japan. Yeah. Ah, I got kicked out. Server disconnected. You have been disconnected from the servers. Yep, you have lost connection to the session. Wow. Okay, I'm done. I have to go to work anyway earlier today, so anyway, in case anybody happens to be watching this, thank you, I appreciate it, and we'll see you probably tomorrow or something like that. Nah, I'm logging off. Nah, I was gonna play another game, but no. I have to get ready.